This is Ben, Liam and Bell on Nova.
G'day there, podcaster.
Oh, some magic pickup lines in this podcast. Some truly awful ones. You'll hear them pretty shortly. Also, Ben, you launched a brand new segment.
Mm-hmm.
I think safe to say more one for you, but I think there'll be, there's definitely a market for it.
Yeah.
It's niche.
I actually really enjoyed it.
Thank you,
by
Belle.
the end. I wouldn't mind seeing it back soon. Just
The
for
segment?
spring. Just for spring.
Yeah,
I think just a spring
when the
one.
weather warms up, people want to get outside, and I think that it's the perfect segment. I think it's got its finger on the pulse.
You know what? The mums love it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet.
I feel like the grandmas might love it. It seems a bit old for me, but
No.
you'll hear what we're talking about pretty shortly. Enjoy the pod. Bit of a worry for dog owners, Ben and Bell. The city of Yarra is looking to place a ban on dog-friendly pubs, which I think that's like a nice thing. It's a very like Melbourne thing. They do a little bit of it in Sydney as well. I don't think I've ever taken my dog to the pub before.
It's great, though, because if you do have a pet at home and you want to go out for a beer and you think, I don't want to leave them at home, bring them to the pub.
Yeah, but I've seen on Insta you've taken your dog Toby to cafes a lot.
Oh, yeah, cafes, because normally morning walk, you might have an outside coffee.
So what's the
or-
difference at the end of the day? Like,
Yeah, exactly.
Why would they
It's
wanna-
more the inside thing, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Right,
so
okay.
an email has gone out to all the pubs in the inner north saying, reel it in, all right? And one Melbourne resident's actually started a petition to prevent the ban. It's already got 3,500 signatures in the last, 48 hours or so.
I wonder if the ban is going beyond dogs, though. You know what I mean? Like, they don't specify other
So just
species.
bringing animals into a food preparation and consumption
Well, I think it's specifically
area.
they're saying dogs. You got to stop with the dogs. I wonder where it
Yeah, 'cause-
ends, though.
Well,
yeah.
because
Well, what else could you bring into a pub? That's the
I
thing.
could bring my cat Gary. He goes on a leash.
Why don't I punch in a random pub's number
Mm.
and Liam, you speak to the publican and you see where the line is?
Just see how many animals I can bring, like a Noah's Ark type situation.
Yeah,
I've got a llama.
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
mind that because it is the
Alright.
it's the council's doing it right. Like the pubs are okay with it, but the
Yeah.
council's saying you can't do this
Right.
anymore.
All right, I've got a Melbourne pub number punched in.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Hopefully they answer.
Paul speaking.
Hi, Paul. How you doing, mate?
Good, thanks. Good.
Just wondering, you guys dogs friendly?
We have a beer garden where the dog can go or out the front with the table.
Oh, love that. Where do you stand on cats?
Oh, same.
Oh, that's good. I do have a pet weasel as well. I know it's a bit different, but is that all good? It's sort of just like a small ferret.
Yeah, I know what a weasel is. Well, look, you can't bring anything into the hotel, right? That's
Okay,
number one. There's details that are out from City of Yarra. And if you're going to have something like that, I would imagine you have to have it on some form of tether, because if there's other dogs and that there, look, you just got to be careful of that sort of stuff.
I'll keep it on a small harness, and I can just clip it. I've got a sort of like I got like a bum bag where I keep snacks, just in a Ziploc bag, and I just I can have that tethered.
There's tables and chairs out the front.
Okay,
So it's a nice day. That's
Yeah.
the only thing. But there's no venue in Yarra who's allowed to have animals at all inside.
I see.
A recent email came out.
Oh right, it's sort of recent.
So it's public health and not allowed to inside at all.
That's so fine.
Okay.
I also have a Komodo dragon. It's a little on the larger side, but would that be sweet in the beer garden?
Yeah, that'd be fine, mate. Absolutely.
Sweet. It sort of eats cheese, so I don't know if we can get some from
Yeah.
wonderful.
That'd be fine, mate. Yeah. Look, I've got to go. I'm busy, so look, you have a great day.
Yeah,
right?
easy, Paul. I'll be in with the crowd later on.
Yeah, fantastic, mate. Good on you.
Wonderful, sir. I'm glad he saw the recent email, because that is the one we were talking about.
You can bring dogs, cats, ferrets, or weasels, Komodo dragons. Just don't bring them inside.
That guy doesn't mind. I could ride my horse into the beer garden. Paul would be fine. As long as I bought a Palmer and a pot, he'd be all right, I reckon. My favourite quote from that was, I know what a weasel is, mate.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to the dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments, and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel? Love Rat! Bill's a love rat!
loverat@novafm.com.au. That's our email address, and you can always email us if you have any questions or stories related to love, sex, relationships. But today, actually, we got a DM on our Insta page at Ben Lehman Bell. I'll accept those 2 DMs, that's fine. Elise from Bundura sent us a DM, and she literally just sent us a screenshot from her Hinge profile and said, "Hey rats, honestly, I just wanted to share the worst pickup line ever with you." Now, I opened her DM and I was like, yes, we have to talk about this. So Elise, as I said, she's on Hinge, and a guy messaged her, and literally this is the first opening line to her. "You look like you'd either be a really good wife or a flat out bitch. With all due respect."
In what world is that working?
Well,
What? What even is that?
what would you
Is that-
say? What would you say back to that? If
I would say, guess what? I'm a flat out bitch. Like, get out of my life.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
good.
But
yeah.
like seriously, like, I mean, that's insulting. Why would you start with an insult? Is it like a treat 'em mean, keep 'em
It
keen?
must
I
be.
think it is,
It must be like,
yes.
I'm too cool to even send you a nice message. Here's a mean
Yeah,
line.
yeah.
Come sleep with me. You know what I mean? Like, that's
Yeah.
just piggish.
His goal is to get you to feel like, no, I'm not. I want to be a great wife, and then you go
Yeah.
the complete opposite
Oh,
end.
men are pigs.
But hey, he said with all due respect, so you know.
Well,
That's
that is
great.
true. You know, he's covered his tracks there. He's backtracked a little bit.
Now, Elise has opened a whole door this morning for worst opening lines on dating apps. Now, if you're not single at the moment, surely you've been on them recently. It's how everyone's meeting their partners these days. 13 24 10, what's the worst opening line you've gotten on a dating app? If you can beat Elise's, and I'll repeat it again, you look like you'd either be a really good wife or a flat out B, with all due respect.
Yeah, if you can beat that, you're walking away with 2 tickets to see The Weeknd. Worst opening lines. Ash in the newsroom. Have you got one that comes to mind?
Yeah, one that stumped me back when I was on the dating apps. This guy's opening line was, "Is your rack real?"
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, men used to write sonnets for women, and this is the rubbish that we're dealt.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's not exactly a loving poem,
Ash,
is it?
did you reply, or is that one of the ones that you just like clear off straight away?
I just unmatched. Said, "See ya."
Is your rack real?
All right, 13 24 10. Worst opening line on a dating app. Give us a buzz.
Tammy in Armstrong Creek, worst opening line on a dating app. What was it?
You remind me of my mother.
Oh, great.
Whoa.
That's a red flag. No, I actually appreciate that, waving the red flag nice and early, just being like, don't go here. You know, you don't want to find that out like 3 months in, you know?
I love that they've all been kind of vulgar, but then yours was more like genuinely that's like a stupid thing to
do
say.
they think that's like
Yeah, there's no comeback.
a
from
sweet
that.
thing?
Yeah, did
Oh.
you-
I mean, is it a pickup though, or is it just saying, "Hey, you remind me of my mum. Anyway, I'm gonna go."
Well, that's not sick. What did you say to that, Tammy?
Well, I sort of said, oh, thanks. In what way?
Yeah.
And, immediately, it was like, oh, you kind of look like us.
Oh,
That
that's
Oh,
weird.
yeah.
That's so
You could have lent
weird.
into it, Tammy. And like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be your man.
Nah.
Okay.
yuck.
Jess in Abbotsford, good morning. What's the worst pickup line you've had on a dating app?
I've got no money, but I'm happy to spend all of yours.
I like an honest man. I like a man who's saying, "Hey, look, I'm a bit
Yeah.
of a drop kick,
Yeah.
but if you'll have me, I'd love to spend your money."
Was that opening line, Jess, enough to get them a date?
He is not getting my money, honey.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, girl. Thank you for your call, Jess. Saskia joins us now. Merrick, tell us, what was that opening line?
I got, "You should change your name to Diarrhea because you shit on all the girls here."
You know what? I like that one.
It's
a
creative.
bit funny. It's quirky.
Yeah, it's. I'm a bit of a quirky dude. I can have a bit of fun with you right from word go.
I am enjoying these lines. If you've got one, 13 24 10 is our number. Give us a buzz. Worst opening line on a dating app.
Emily in Kilsyth, good morning. Give us the worst pickup line.
Hello. Some bloke messaged me on Tinder and told me he'd fold me up like a deck chair in the back of his highlight.
That's crazy.
Some people would love that. They'd be like, oh, yeah, treat me like a dick chair. And in the back of the Hilux as well. Gee whiz.
Whoa, in the tray or in the backseat?
I think that's my favourite so far for the weekend tickets. Emily, don't go anywhere.
That's honest.
Some bloke said he
That's honest, that. Trace in Preston, tell us, what was that pickup line?
I can't afford a blow-up doll.
Oh, okay. Well, Tracy.
Who are these foul men?
Men are pigs.
So you're cheaper than a block. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
There's so
what
many
is
layers
that?
to that.
That's
What
crazy.
is that?
Tracy, thank you so much. But look, Emily in Kilsyth,
Yeah.
some bloke messaged you and said he wants to fold you up like a deck chair in the back of the Hilux. You're walking away with the weekend tickets.
Oh,
Who's your friend in the background?
me best mate Emma.
Oh, nice. Yeah, Emma.
We're going to the weekend, baby!
Take the Hilux,
Yep, Hilux.
It's 6:10. Hallelujah, it's 6:10.
And today, whoever wins the 610 quiz is walking away with a double pass to After Dark at the Melbourne Royal Show. Tickets and info at royalshow.com.au.
Eve from Mount Albert. Good morning.
Good morning.
We worked your name into a song. Cool. All right, well, let's kick into the quiz. The weather, it's going to be stunning this weekend and next week with 27 and sunny days expected on Tuesday. What does the slap in Slip, Slop, Slap mean?
Slap on the sunscreen.
Ooh.
Or slap on a hat.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hat.
I thought that it was slap on sunscreen. Also,
No, it's
there's
slop on
also
sunscreen.
the one you've just done there in the quiz question. That's like the 2002 version.
Yeah, I know. It's like
slip,
6
slop.
now.
It's from what I remember. It's slip, slop, slap,
Seek,
slide.
Duck and roll.
Because it's
Sorry, that's the fires.
because it's seek out shade
Yep.
and it's slide on the sunnies.
Correct.
Yeah.
Basically,
Well, I
don't go
reckon
in the
they should have
sun.
kept, at least in the 90s it was easy. Just put a hat on and some sunscreen and you'd probably be fine.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh, yeah, bury yourself into a hole and put some sunglasses on. No, too many rules. Hey, Melbourne's worst crash hotspot has been revealed, Evie, as Plenty Road in Bundoora. Is Bundoora north or south of the city?
Oh, goodness. I don't know. I'm going to, 50-50. Let's go north.
You've done it.
A real Mont Albert take there, Evie. Don't know where Bundoora is.
Coke have released a new flavour. Why 3000? Can you name 2 different varieties of Coke?
Ooh, Coke Zero and Coke. Didn't they do a vanilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
did.
Could accept that. Yep. You could have said Colombian grade cocaine. That would have worked. That's a variety of Coke. An AI company has teamed up with a toilet company to release a bidet that chats with you whilst you lay turds. Can you spell bidet for us?
Oh, gosh. B-I-D-E-T?
Very good. Very good. Yes, bidet is how it's spelt. Last one here. You're on a roll, Evie. Can we go 5 for 5 this morning?
This would be the 3rd day in a row
Yes!
we've gone 5 for 5.
Oh, man. We're almost looking at a perfect week here. In Sync, reunited at the VMAs yesterday. Can you finish these lyrics?
I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door.
Baby, bye.
Very good.
We've never, ever gone 3 mornings, 5 for 5. It's good to just have some people who have just got their heads screwed on. Well done, Evie. Very, very happy with that. Well, you do win a prize this morning.
You do. So you're walking away with a double to the Melbourne Royal Show. And also you get to choose the next song we play. Now, it's a very important one today, Evie, because it is the death day for this song if you don't pick it.
Yeah, Ashlee Simpson, Pieces of Me. If a song goes for a week and no one picks it, it is its death day, and today is the day.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ashlee Simpson's on the Green Mile, and this is her last appeal. Would you like to hear this one?
Bit of Winter Gordon. Evie, the choice is yours.
There is no way I'm picking Ashlee Simpson.
Hooly dooly. Well,
I feel like sometimes the death day it goes beyond the actual song. People just want something to die.
Yeah, for
I think
sure.
it brings out everyone's primal instinct that they want to see a song die.
That was a great song to get this morning. The other option was Ashlee Simpson. Unfortunately for Ashlee and her sister Jessica Simpson and the rest of the family, she has been bad up for an entire week now. And if no one picks a song for a whole week in the 610 quiz, quite often that means Ben will execute that song.
I never connected the dots. Ashlee Simpson, Jessica Simpson. Was Jessica Simpson? She was in Dukes of Hazzard, wasn't she?
Well,
Yep.
she's done a lot more than that, but
No,
yeah.
But
she's
she
in
was.
that,
She
yeah.
was. Are you ready, about?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
that was. I do remember that fondly.
Yeah, Ashlee kind of, she's one of those siblings, she's like Jamie Spears, where the
Right.
sibling is famous and then they kind of also try and have a career.
Zoe 101, for
Yes.
example.
Yep.
And this will be the second death for Ashlee Simpson
Yep.
after her first death that was the lip-syncing performance all those years ago.
Oh,
that
wow.
one, you must have seen that where she's lip-syncing and then the microphone or the track stops and then you can tell that she's lip-syncing.
Oh,
I
no.
love
Yeah, what?
I
Do
love
you not know?
that.
It's like,
No.
it's iconic.
Yeah, so that's a gap in my history. I'll have to look that up after.
Oh my God.
What I will say is at 7 a.m. this morning, make sure you're listening to find out what artist is listening out for the 100K. There's only 2 days left for that. Also, Jess Mauboy joining us this morning. I'm saying those things now so that I can just focus on the task at hand. And it always, the burden falls on me. So I hopefully this time around you guys can help me out. Liam, you were right in saying the Green Mile because we have got Dead Man Walking on the Green Mile.
Oh dear.
Dead Man Walking on the Green Mile.
Should we all hum for it?
Liam, if you can pass me that wet sponge.
No worries. Yep. Ooh. Yeah, that's going to conduct a lot of electricity.
Just going to make sure the chair is working. Oh, yeah, that's definitely that's definitely
hang on,
working.
what is it? Is it an
Electric chair, Bill.
Chair, Bill.
Don't know if you've not put
And
two
you're
and
the
two
one.
together yet.
Huh?
What's the sponge
So,
for?
have you never?
You never. Oh my
God. Can we
Sorry.
honestly?
In old
Any more
school-
questions about this? You'll be next.
Okay.
So in old school movies, when they did the chair, they'd put a wet sponge on the head
Yeah.
before they put the metal headpiece on.
You
so
say in
that
old,
it
old
conducts.
school movies, and also like every time they've used the electric chair. But yeah, in the
Really?
film Green Mile, it's
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Well, Belle,
I
you're
thought
going
you were
to
talking
be
about 8 Mile.
you're going to be pulling the lever. So get ready.
What? I don't want to do it. Oh, God.
Belle, whenever you're ready, pull that lever. Pull the lever, Belle.
Oh, God.
God rest her soul.
That's awful. That's awful.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
Quick, Belle, finish her off.
That
Nice.
was cold as ice, Bill. You
Nice.
didn't even think twice on the handgun.
You just pulled it. It was natural.
Whoa.
Just comes to you. Liam and Belle, you know that I love my lawn.
Oh no.
And when I try and talk about it on the show, all I get is groans and moans from you both. I get a lot of harumphing.
I have a little bit of interest.
We came to your house on the weekend to meet your son, which was sort of the main purpose of the trip. I was quite interested in spending some time with Freddie. And as I was sort of near him, you sort of brought me over to the window and pointed out, what was it called again? I went straight in one ear and out the other, that wispy stuff.
What are you talking about? The
On your grass, but you said, that stuff on the side there. You said it's a killer and you can't get rid of it. And
I was telling you about the nutgrass.
Yeah, the nutgrass.
Yeah.
He was talking to me for like 40 minutes about nutgrass. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
I
"Dude,
was trying to show Liam the difference between my actual grass and my nutgrass.
What's nutgrass?
I don't know. It's green blades to me. It's like, what you don't want is the nutgrass,
No,
but what you do want
it
is the mulgrass.
it grows longer than the regular grass, so it just looks messy.
But is
Anyway.
it just...
Yeah.
Here's
I
the
know,
thing.
it's the
Whenever
worst.
I try and do a bit of lawn chat on the show, I get a lot of harumphing from you both. So what's happened is listeners who actually want to hear about lawn conversations and they have questions about their lawn, they've started sliding into my DMs and asking me questions. Like Hannah Goad, she messaged me. She said she's got dead patches in her lawn. She wanted to know how to fix them. And I thought, and I was replying to her. She was sending me photos. We were discussing how to fix this issue. And I thought, why am I doing this only in my DMs? If it's what the people want, it's what the people are going to get.
It's probably what
and that's
four
why
people want.
I'm doing this new segment.
Oh, no.
Give me a call with all your lawn cues. I'll tell you what to do's. A cultivator, an aerator, some buffalo out the back, kikuyu out the front, in Ben's backyard.
Yep, that's right. It's spring. The weather's warming up. We're all getting out into our gardens.
Dude.
We're pulling up our sleeves. We're getting more in touch with Mother Nature.
This ain't it.
If you have a gardening or a lawn-related question, I'm here for you.
You can tune into the ABC and they do a gardening segment at midday every day.
This is a fun commercial radio take on it. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. It's exactly what AM
I'm
do.
29 years old. I enjoy gardening. And I'm up for a healthy discussion. If you've got issues, 13 24 10. Give us a buzz. If you have a lawn-related question or just a gardening-related question, I'm here for it.
Look, Ben, you did help me. I did have a question the other day about a patch that kept being turned into mud where we kept driving over.
Yep.
And you did help me. You are quite helpful.
I might not have the answer, but I'm here to have a discussion about it. 13 24 10. If you've got a question about your garden, about your lawn, give us a buzz. We'll see what we can do next.
Give me a call with all your lawn cues. I'll tell you what to do's. A cultivator, an aerator, some buffalo out the back, kikuyu out the front, in Ben's backyard.
Yep, that's right. When you listen to our show, I, Ben, and the one that love my lawn, I love my gardening. So if you've got a question, you can get in touch. Best thing is, I only just announced this is a new segment 5 minutes ago, already got a sponsor. It is sponsored by Appliances Online. I just jumped on there, had a look. They got so much lawn gear. They got robo mowers. You get those mowers that like a
GPS,
GPS, like a Roomba, but for mowing your lawn.
That sounds dangerous if you've got a dog. Oh no, the remote control lawnmower's just running riot in your backyard.
Appliances Online. Shop their 18th birthday sale on now. Save on thousands of products across a range of the world-leading brands.
I don't know how this has been run up the flagpole enough to get an intro made from production. You've got the sales team on it. They've got a sponsor. Somehow Belle and I didn't know about this.
Yeah, because when I do things happen. You know what I mean?
All right.
Natalie in Altona, good morning. You have a question for me. Hit me.
Hello. I can't believe I'm calling for this.
Yeah.
So I've got some buffalo grass in my backyard and I've got random dry patches actually it's throughout the green grass. It's got dry bits and it looks a bit straw-like and I don't know how to fix it.
Have you got a dog?
I do.
Yeah. There's
That's
a problem.
the wee patches,
There's
isn't
a problem.
it?
That's the wee
They're
patches.
not wee patches though.
How do you know?
It's green everywhere.
Yeah.
It's green everywhere, but it's just got like dry straw-like grass weaves through it.
Coming through the green grass.
Yeah.
It sounds like your lawn's too thatchy. Have you When was the last time you dethatched your lawn, Natalie?
What does that mean?
Oh, okay. So that's when
Oh,
you...
no, please. Natalie, please.
no.
Just Google it.
That's
Google
what
it.
this is about. It's about me educating.
Jesus.
And this is an entry-level thing to do to your lawn, okay? Now, yes, you have to buy a dethatcher, and not everyone has that. You can hire them. I've got one. I can lend it out to you if you need. So what you do is, what happens is when your lawn grows, it gets a layer of thatch, and the thatch is dead organic matter that builds up. And what happens then, sunlight and air can't get down to the roots of your lawn, and then your lawn starts to get straw-like. So once a year, right now, during spring, you dethatch your lawn, it gets all the organic matter out.
Is that the shoes that you wear with the spikes?
That's aerating it.
Oh,
That also does
sorry.
that.
Okay.
Christina in Ferntree Gully, good morning. What's your question?
Good morning. I'm just about to plant my seedlings. I've got vegetable ones and my kids have fruit seeds.
Love
and I'm
that.
wondering whether to invest in a garden, like a timber garden bed or a corrugated iron garden bed.
I think from an actual garden bed, like your garden growing point of view, it doesn't matter. It's purely aesthetic. So it's like, do you prefer the look of the wood or do you prefer the look of the corrugated iron?
Oh, okay. I thought that'd be like
I thought maybe the timber would go rotten or
Yeah, that's
something.
what
wasn't sure.
Christina, I agree. That's where my
The
head went.
timber would go rotten after a long, long time. I'm talking like 10 years. Or unless you use... if you get treated pine, you get that green timber. That's treated, so that won't go rotten. But you know what would look great? If you went and got recycled sleepers. They're hard to get because they're pretty expensive these days. But if you get recycled sleepers, they're pretty permanent, but that would look great.
I feel like Belle's starting to get on board
I
with
reckon
Ben's
Belle's getting
backyard.
on board.
I've always been, pardon the pun, on the fence about this.
Yeah.
On the corrugated and or wood fence.
Let's go. Ashlee in Sunbury. Good morning. What's your question?
Hi, I was just wondering, we have gorillas that chew up our nature strip, and I'm told from the old neighbour next door they're after lawn grub.
Yes.
How do you get rid of those?
Yeah, so lawn grubs, that will happen. I guess if you want to go the poison route, you can get Yates Grub Killer. That's if you want to actually poison them. That'll get rid of them. Otherwise, if you want to try and do it more naturally, you can just, and again, I come back to deep thatching. If you deep thatch your lawn, you get rid of that organic layer. There's less food for them to eat.
Okay, because, they make a right mess all up and down the street.
Yeah,
They've dug up
absolutely.
all the nature strip.
Absolutely.
And I'm talking big chunks.
Yeah, they make a mess of it. Hey, Ashlee, to help you out with that problem, I'm going to give you a $200 voucher to Appliances Online.
Oh, thank you.
No worries at all. They got a great range of lawn products. Jump on there. You can get yourself a mower. You can get yourself a battery for your lawnmower. They got it all.
You're like Dr. Carl, but for gardening.
That was good fun. I appreciate you letting me do that. It'll be back tomorrow.
Oh,
Twice
no,
a day
I wouldn't have thought
for
so.
the rest of spring.
No, I think that's a biannual one at best, I think.
Morning, Melbourne. Not good. Front page of the paper this morning. The Alfred is rat and mice infested. If you're going to have an infestation anywhere, I don't want to be at the hospital.
Oh, it's a hospital. They're trying their best. Cut them some slack. It's probably like one.
Well, I'm sorry,
someone
Bill.
saw
If
one
there's
rat, and
if
they're
there's
like, "Ooh, it's
rats
everywhere."
running around, that's not their best. They can do better.
Yeah.
That's definitely been blown
Also,
out of proportion.
not blaming the nurses. I'm not blaming the nurse staff or the
Sounds like
doctors.
you are.
I'm not. I'm blaming
They're trying
whoever.
their hardest, and you're in here kicking them. While
Fine.
they're
All
down.
right. Yeah. As a patient, I expect there to be my bed to be clean with no mice
You know what?
droppings.
What I'll also say? We're infested here at Nova. Everyone's infested.
There's
We've got
a
mice
few
around
mice
here.
kicking around, to be sure. I like to think that it's a Ratatouille type situation where there's a really good brain
Controlling the
situation. It's like, he's the world's best brain surgeon, but actually it's a little rat controlling someone's, under their hat. They're like, move over here.
Alfred.
That's how I like to envision it now as well.
Ben, Liam, yesterday my fiance Luke bought something behind my back. Well, he didn't buy it yesterday. He's clearly bought it prior. It got delivered yesterday. And I'm curious. I like to, if the doorbell rings and a parcel gets delivered, I don't really look at whose name's on it. I open it anyway. It's to my house.
I'm a big, if your name's not on it, don't open it.
Nah,
Yeah,
it's at my door.
I also am, but my wife Sam is not.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a girl thing. It's
Yeah,
like, well,
now that I think about it, if I've got like a t-shirt or something, it'd be unwrapped.
Yep.
But I just wouldn't, because I'm like, but most of the time my theory is, what if it's a present for me and I ruin it?
Oh, that's so cute.
It never is. It never is, by the way. It's just more clothes for her.
And I think that works for girls as well. If it's a present for me, I'm going to open it and know what it is. I hate surprises. This surprise was, it shocked me. So I opened the parcel.
Oh,
yes,
I know what it is.
It was addressed to Luke.
Yep.
Not me.
And you're like, why is this torch not turning on?
It's got one of those dolls for carpooling.
Yeah, that you can have two people in the car. You don't get stung.
Look, it wasn't far from that. So I pulled it out and it was like this long instrument.
Whoa.
And it had a knob on one end.
Whoa.
And on the other end, it had a little moving part.
Whoa.
And you could replace that part with different fittings, whatever you wanted, different shapes.
Nice.
And I'm looking at it and I'm moving it around. I was like, I don't know what this is. And I'm a girl. I should know. And I was like, nah. So he gets home and I said, what is this? What have you bought? What are you using this for? And he went bright red and he said, it's a roller to roll on my bald spot on my head to stimulate the hair follicles and hopefully repair my bald patch.
Oh, I've
Does that
seen
work?
those. It's like got the little It's got the little hooks, and it's supposed to pull the hair
It's got like
follicles out.
spikes on it,
Yeah.
and you roll it on your head, and supposedly it it
Unleashes
just like
the-
stimulates the
yeah.
head, and then all the little hair follicles are like.
Is it
"Yeah,
like
yeah."
is it like like epilators that get rid of the hair? Is it that similar concept except it's like putting it
Absolutely not.
putting it on there?
No, it's probably it's the polar opposite.
No, did you
No,
hear
so
what I
an
said? I said
epilator-
no. I said it's literally the opposite of that.
Well, yeah, because an epilate is like little
Yeah.
like rips it out. It's like
Yeah, but you didn't. No one listened to what I said.
okay,
That's
fine,
a weird
yeah.
way. That's a weird way to frame it.
It's the
though.
opposite of
But-
waxing
but-
strips as well. Let's look at it that way.
No, but you know how it's got the little spikes and it's like it would
Yes.
hurt, is what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, it looks like it would hurt. And he supposedly, so what he's going to do is like roll it on the top of his head, and it like goes into his head and then makes the hair grow, and you can like get little different like heads for it so that it matches your head, and then you can put like little coloured bits on it and like
Well, like
shade in.
if you want like curls, you use a different attachment.
No, I think it's just like if that one's not working for you, maybe your bald spot needs a bit more spike. I don't know. But yeah, he was clearly keeping it from me. He
Yeah.
clearly was embarrassed, and then I felt bad, and I was like, well, no, I love your bald spot. Like, I don't care. He's got two. But I was like, I don't care. Like, it's fine.
Do you want just to, why doesn't he just do a wig?
He's not doing a wig.
toupee.
Ew. Do people don't actually? That's
Yeah,
in the
John
movies.
Travolta wore one for
No,
years.
that-
no one
that's-
had any idea.
That's in the movies. No one actually wears a toupee.
People,
I think
100%
people definitely do
100%
toupees.
people wear
No,
them.
they don't.
For sure. Oh yeah? Well, look at this. I wish that would be a great moment to reveal that.
That'd be
wouldn't
so
it?
good.
Yeah.
Well, 13/24/10 then. How do you battle the baldness? How what are you doing? Are you, if you're going bald, is it a product? Is it a toupee?
I think some people spray. Like, I think there's a theory that LeBron James, who's like the best basketballer in the NBA, but he's had that thing where he was sweating once and there was like black sort of ink like dribbling. I suppose you could also say his hair's dying, but it's weird. He's too old and he's looked like he was bald and now it's too thick, it's too full. So he would have someone pretty good doing it because he's he's very rich.
I was in Istanbul last year, and that's the capital of the world for hair transplants. And
What do
there
you
was a
mean?
lot of dudes walking around getting hair transplants. They take the hair from the back of your neck and they transplant to the top of your head. So
But
maybe you could do that.
What, like, but it's temporary because it just
Not
plugs
permanent.
in.
No, because it's like with your lawn. You're taking grass from one part and you're putting it in the other part where it's not growing, and then that part grows.
What, like the roots just kind
Yeah,
of like
they
So
spread
it's
out?
also like a
It
skin
is
graft.
like a garden, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it's like a garden. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I am interested, Belle, in the question you raised this morning on 13/24/10. How do you battle the baldness?
Yeah, like, I don't want, if you're going to, please call up, come on, share how you're doing it. We're not going to poke fun. I'm genuinely curious because Luke clearly now is thinking about battling it and
I must
taking
admit,
care of it.
I
But I'm sure there are many ways.
feel like there is it's a losing battle, right? Because I mean, if you look at Prince Harry and Prince Will, if they can't fight it, how do us mere mortals have a chance?
Yeah.
True.
Do you know what I mean?
It's all well and good for us to sit here and talk about how we would battle it because we're very lucky. You guys have a full head of hair. You
Beautiful,
get haircuts.
beautiful, strong head of hair.
Okay, well, I don't have anything against. I like bald dudes as well. I've been in my fair share of bald guys.
I think
It's
you
not
get
bad.
and I say beautiful, strong head of hair. My hair's not, I wouldn't say it's strong at all, but I think you get your hair, because I was worried. I was like, well, I go bald when I'm older, but I think you get your hair
get it from your mum's
from your
side.
mum's
Yeah.
side.
But like,
So
doesn't everyone
if
say
your
that?
mu-
But no
if
one's
your
walking around with a
mum's-
bald mum, like.
No, your mum's like male genetics, so your mum's dad.
Okay, yeah, okay. Well, he had a good hair. My
Yeah, so if
my
your
dad's
mum's-
been clinging on for dear life since he was about 20.
Yeah. So if your mum's, it's the craziest thing you've ever said. If your mum's dad has good hair, I think genetically that means you're supposed to have good hair.
yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, maybe got a few years left.
No one's mum's bald.
Yeah.
Surprising amount of bald men walking around with no.
I really should have put two and two together on that one.
Liam in Deer Park, good morning, mate. How you battling the baldness?
Morning, guys. It's easy just to wear a hat.
Oh, yeah. See,
Yeah, right.
and I don't know if you have this problem, but my wife Sam says, I don't wear hats that much anymore. I used to wear them all the time. And my wife Sam said, if you keep wearing a hat, you're going to go bald. So I almost feel like it's the opposite.
because of
Liam.
the whole, it rubs
rubs
on
the hair
hair.
off.
I
Yeah,
always
yeah,
think like, but what if you don't look? So I'm not a hat guy, Liam. Like I look really bad in hats. So I don't. I think I'd rather have the
Bald,
patch.
yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
It's just easy to be known as the hat guy.
Yeah.
rather than
yeah.
the guy with the
And then,
hat
and then you're
hairline.
the beanie guy in winter. That's
Liam,
okay.
though, I guess the worry for you is, though, if you go to a formal event or a wedding.
Hat guy.
That guy.
Liam, do you have a pinstriped fedora on hand for a wedding, just in case?
Geordie in Croydon, good morning. How you battling the baldness?
Oh, you got to go to a good hairdresser that knows what he's doing, and then obviously you got to know what you got to do with your hair. You got to style it properly.
What, like a comb over?
Yeah, half by. Yes.
Where are you going bald, Geordie? What spot on the head?
So I've got a rockin' mullet.
Mm-hmm.
But my top, so the business end of that haircut is quite thin, and it's starting to slowly recede.
Uh-huh. So I imagine what you're doing with the mullet is you're combing it forward, so you've got a fringe.
Yeah, or not so much combing it forward, or a little bit forward, but then a little bit to the side.
Right.
So
Like a wraparound.
Yeah, okay.
So
Geordie, what if it suddenly, in the space of 2 days, it all just started falling out rapidly? Would you shave your whole head?
No, because my mullet's pretty thick. So, I'll probably shave the top and just go for the skullet.
Yeah.
I'd probably go to the doctor as well if your hair just started falling out tomorrow rapidly.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, if your teeth start hurting and all your hair starts falling out, what will you do? Jason in Patterson Lakes joins us now. The skullet's also a great idea for anyone who can grow it at the back and not at the front. Jason, how are you battling the baldness?
Morning. Well, there's 3 stages of baldness.
Mm-hmm.
The first one's denial.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is the acceptance.
Uh-huh.
And the last one is pride. So all those blokes, they got to get themselves into pride.
Yeah.
So as in you're proud of your baldness?
You got to be.
Yeah.
The only way. Shine it up.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Jason,
Yeah.
so I take it you've got a fully shaved head?
Correct, yeah. It's the only way to go. You don't want to wallow around in the first stage of denial. It's like being in a bad relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like that, Jason.
It's going to turn you sour.
I think you're speaking the truth there. Have you got a big head or a small head?
It's just the right size.
Just the right size.
Do you have a beard, Jason? Because I think the bald with the beard is a good balance.
No, I don't go the beard. It looked too much like a Ned Kelly.
Yeah, right. Jason, I'm imagining you being hairless.
Not everywhere. That's generally a trait of baldness. No hair on the head, but hair everywhere else.
That's why some people it's the cruel thing of male pattern baldness, isn't it? The shoulders, very thick on the shoulders. However, the top of the head, where you actually want it, no, that's seemed to go on a holiday.
Jason, thank you very much. Belle, there you go. You just have to be proud of the baldness.
I'll pass that on to Luke.
Shave it. Don't worry about the roller thing. Just shave it. It's fine. The VMAs were on yesterday, and I kind of forgot it was happening. And then it was just like on at work, and I stood like watching a little bit, and I was like, oh yeah, what's that one again? It's like not like the Grammys. It's kind of like, I suppose like it's like the other one, like the MTV one.
MTV VMAs.
Yeah.
It's more about the performances.
Isn't it more about the videos?
Well, no, as in the awards night, there's a lot of
Yeah,
performances.
okay.
It's just performance after performance.
Well, Fall Out Boy did a performance. It's pretty incredible. I'll get to that in a sec. But look, everyone knows this song, I think. Billy Joel's "We Didn't Start the Fire." You know, it's one of Dad's favourites, but everyone loves it. It slaps. You've heard it your whole life. You know it. It's one of the great tunes. And he's basically singing about everything happening in the world at the time and history up until that point. There's a lot of lyrics in it. I don't know how he remembers it and performs it. So that came out in 1989. It's obviously a little dated now. It's before our time. We weren't born then. So what if Fall Out Boy recorded the tune with lyrics on events from 1989 onwards? So instead of like Davy Crockett, Peter Pan, Elvis Presley, Disneyland, Bardo, Budapest, Alabama, Crisco F, or however you say it, it's Firefest, Black Parade, Michael Phelps, Y2K, Boris Johnson, Brexit, Kanye
Whoa.
West and Taylor Swift. It actually sounds horrible. It obviously sounds horrible, but it's actually really good.
I have a dumb question. Is Billy Joel the lead singer of Fall Out Boy?
What?
Oh my god!
Isn't there a Billy? Is there?
I mean, I actually thought I said the dumbest thing this morning on the
Who's the
show.
lead- who's
I
the
thought
lead
I was
sing-
like, I can't be beat this morning. I've obviously said the dumbest thing because I said that obviously getting baldness from your mum is not a thing, and it's obviously your mum's side, but Billy Joel is not.
What I've done is, so Green Day, Billy Joe Armstrong.
Oh, God.
That's what I've done. Man. Well, I don't know. They tell you in school. No, they tell you in school, I'm sorry, there's no dumb questions. And I had a question and I asked it.
I don't know.
Have you ever heard? So hang on, let's play those two grabs we had again. You think this guy, Billy Joel, is the lead singer of the band Fall Out Boy? You think that's the same guy?
Well, I didn't know, did I? That's why I asked the question.
Okay. Your teacher was wrong. That is a silly question. Very
For
stupid
everyone
question.
just listening, Ben dropped out of school in year 10, so, bit
I'm
of
sorry,
forgiveness.
they don't teach you Fall Out Boy in year 11.
Well,
Okay.
It's where you
So
share
anyway,
it around via
continue,
Bluetooth.
Liam, if we can.
They've, yeah, that's amazing. What they've done is they've done a song, as I mentioned, and I think we should play it this morning in its entirety. They performed it, and I was actually like, I feel like I shouldn't like this, but I actually love it. I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. Let's hear it.
So this is from the VMAs yesterday.
Yep, and they've released it now, so you can listen to this wherever you get your music. Fall Out Boy, We Didn't Start the Fire, but it's all things that have happened in our recent history.
I love that.
Fall Out Boy, We Didn't Start the Fire. It's the old classic Billy Joel, but that he did everything up to 1989. They've done 1989 to now.
That's awesome.
It shouldn't be as good as it is.
It's for me, as someone who was born after when the original came out, it was so much more relevant. I was like, I know all these things.
Yeah, it makes sense.
ISIS gets a run. Venus and Serena.
I thought it was a bit rough.
Golden State Killer gets gold.
I thought it was rough that they put ISIS and LeBron James in the same line.
Yeah, yeah. You don't want that. Even just like Harry Potter, Twilight, Michael Jackson dies. You're like, yeah, I remember all those things. I was around for all of that.
I think my favourite was Stranger Thing, Tiger King. That was really good.
And the
Jess
Queen dies.
joins us now. What did you think? What did you think of the new revamped version of We Didn't Start the Fire?
I loved it. I love that kind of music as well. So it works really well, and it's relevant to me. Like I only knew like Disneyland and Elvis Presley.
Yeah, like literally.
In fact, SpongeBob's in there is amazing.
Yeah, Pokemon gets a run, deep fakes, Tiger Woods.
Isn't it like, I think the big bit of the original Billy Joel song that everyone knows is JFK, blown away. What else do I have to say? Because that was like the worst thing that had happened in the world at the time. And he's just like World Trade Second Plane, which is obviously like sad, but I'm like, that was a lot. I feel like that was a lot worse.
Yeah, so that was in there. I missed that.
Yeah.
Was that in there?
That was the bit.
So that was What Else Do I Have to Say?
Yeah.
Bit.
Yeah.
Wow.
You were just too focused on the SpongeBob bit.
Yeah, sorry, I was trying to
said
get
Pokemon.
positive.
Pokemon.
It's funny though because your mind does that thing where you hear a reference and you're like, oh my god, and then more are coming at you and you can't keep up.
I
great.
I think that's really good.
I reckon I got to get that on the Nova playlist. I want to hear that more often.
I must admit, I'm getting sick of AI. Like, I know it's only just kind of changing the world now, but I feel like companies are definitely overusing it, and they're not using it for the right reasons. The fact that Coke have released a new flavour, Y3000, and it's been designed by AI, the world doesn't need that.
I know.
You don't need to put that into the world. There's enough Coke flavours as it is, let alone AI-designed flavours.
AI can't taste it.
No, it can't.
Exactly. Let a man do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like just being like, put rat poison in it.
A woman can design flavours.
That's it.
Just needed to say that.
That's true.
I know Liam doesn't think so, but I think so.
Or
I'm an ally, Bill.
Someone.
Thanks, mate.
Someone
I needed
who's
you. Bloody hell. Dig up. Sorry, continue, Liam.
No,
yes, the man was drinking Coke.
No, I was going to say non-binary. So you could choose to not conform to a gender, and you could make flavours. You'd be just as capable.
You know, Coke started out back in the olden days as like a remedy for all sorts of illnesses.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was medicinal, wasn't it?
Medicinal, yeah.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure it also had cocaine in it.
Still is today. Not that part.
Yeah, well, if you are ever feeling sick, a Diet Coke and a bag of cocaine would probably make you feel better for a little while, I suppose.
We do not condone that.
Our next guest is is an Aussie pop star icon. Not only has she represented us at Eurovision, she's also toured with the likes of Beyonce, has around 2 million monthly streams, and now has a brand new single with Jason Derulo. Please welcome Jess Mauboy.
The wonderful Jess Mauboy, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
There's one
Wow.
thing you can always count on with Jess, and it's when we speak to you, you always come in singing, and it's beautiful.
It's funny because we talked to you via Zoom this morning, and there was that awkward thing just before we came on air where we could hear you for about 2 minutes and you couldn't hear us or see that we could hear you. So you were just sort of doing you were just humming to yourself, and I was like, this is actually beautiful. Like you could put this on Spotify. You were just like doing vocal warm-ups. It was like, oh, like it was.
I'm constantly singing. Family don't mind it as much, but when I'm consciously knowing that I'm with my friends, I'm like, I gotta just stop doing that. Like, what am I gonna eat? You know what I mean? Like I just sing things and I don't know that I'm doing it. I get a lot of comments. I'm like, you don't have to sing everything. And I'm like, it just brings me so much joy though.
Well, that's lovely.
Hey, speaking of joy, on Sunday night on The Voice, you and Jason performed the song live for the first time. You had a full choir with you. How was the experience?
The feel is like anointing. Like I feel like I'm always floating when there's other vocalists. It makes me so happy. That's my favorite thing to do, particularly when I'm in the studio and I'm writing a song. I love gathering a bunch of friends and just jamming.
Is that how that came about with Jason? Like this song, were you guys just riffing and you said, hey, let's write this down, let's do it? How did it come about?
I'd received the 10th version, and it was one of the mornings I was on the Voice, and we were getting ready. You know, Jason was around. He was in the green room, and I thought, hey, maybe I should just have him listen to it, and maybe he'll give me some advice, or maybe he'll say he loves it or whatever. And his eyes widened. He was like, yo, you sound like you've lived. Your vocals are insane. I was like, hey, would you duet with me? Would you be on the track? 2 days later, I get his vocals demos back, and I am crying in the chair. I'm literally bawling my eyes. I run out of the green room like a crazy lady and just tell him how incredible he sounds and how phenomenal the song has been lifted.
Incredible that it all worked out. It would have been awkward if everyone's getting their hair and makeup done and you're asking Jason what he thinks, and Guy just goes, I'll do it. And you go, hey? What was that? Sorry,
right.
I was asking Jason.
Or that he just said no. Yeah, no shame in asking. No shame in asking.
Now that you've sort of got one under your belt, is there anyone on your hit list? Like, you mentioned you've got a few dreams for these songs. You've got into February. Like, if you could reach out to anyone, like if you got their email, who would it be?
Kylie Minogue, like she's someone that I've always enjoyed.
Producer Tom outside the studio, he threw his hands up in the air and he literally died. He was like,
He's the biggest Kylie Minogue.
Yeah, he's a big padum guy.
Oh my gosh.
I'm throwing my hands up with you.
Make sure you check out the new album, Yours Forever. Fingers crossed it's done by Feb 2024.
Thank you so much. And I look forward to you guys coming to the show. Bring the mob, bring the fam.
Or bring Tom.
Bring Tom, producer Tom.
Yeah, bring Tom. I'll do a special Kylie song for him.
Whoa. Yeah, he's coming in. He's in.
Whatever song that may be, I'll perform it for you.
I would die.
What is your favorite Kylie song?
Spinning Around, duh.
I'm spinning around, move out of my way. I know you're feeling me 'cause you like it like this. Baby. I know you like it like this.
Tom can't. He literally can't.
He literally can't. He can't even.
I will. If you come to the show, I will literally sing that for you.
I'll be there.
Thanks, Jess.
Thank you. An absolute pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Jess. Always a prerequisite for you to personally serenade our producers now if we're going to get you on. You set the standard for yourself. I'm sorry.
Oh, too good. Thank you so much. Mwah.
Facebook Marketplace, Ben and Bell. Anyone who's used it knows that it can be a huge pain in the ass. You get a lot of, is this still available? Yeah, mate, it's up there. I don't just leave it up there for fun.
Why is that still an option?
It's so annoying.
It's because it's the pre-written message, so people just send it.
Yes, but why is that still? Shouldn't the the button template should be like, hey, I love this. when can I come get it?
Yeah, that would be better. It cuts to the chase.
Yes.
Yeah, if you're serious about buying this, then boom, it's there. As I have mentioned on the show, I recently went through a rebrand. Because of that, got rid of a lot of my gear from my wardrobe. So, Goodwill, did some giveaways on the show, a few bags.
I took some.
Yep. Belle is literally wearing my fiance's old top this morning. She's almost like a younger cousin to me sometimes. I like she gets my old phones and old clothes and stuff.
I like hand-me-downs.
Bit of marketplace, some key items, some things that I've sort of deemed like probably could get a bit of money for that.
Things that were too good for charity.
Yeah. Like a leather jacket,
Yeah.
Not chucking that in the bin.
They don't need that.
It's not going in the bin.
Well, I thought maybe I could get like $100 for the leather jacket.
Yep.
And I find it wild that I ever thought I could pull off a leather jacket. In fact, I think in some of our first promo photos for the radio
You used
show,
to
I'm wearing
live in your leather
Yeah,
jacket.
I know, and
Liam,
I'm
the one
embarrassed
with all
of
the
it now.
zips?
Yeah, it's so embarrassing.
Liam, you used to wear the tightest jeans I've ever seen. You had a straightened fringe and you wore a leather jacket. And that was only 2 years ago.
You picture Russell Brand, that was Liam.
That's what I was going for. And I also had some, you're neglecting to mention the Cuban snakeskin heels.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to sell at the moment.
What do you want for those?
I was going for $200, which is rich. Like I'm never going to get that. But I thought there might be some quirky person out there, maybe someone who's in the music scene, and they might want them. I don't know. Anyway, had a taker. Guy wanted the Cubans.
Nice.
So that's good. So he's come around last night. Some people meet people in the park and that sort of thing. I just say, whatever, come to my house. Then you feel a bit awkward when someone, like a random person's in your house.
Well, I never let them in. I always meet them out the front.
Well, I didn't get a chance last night. As I opened the door, the guy was like, "Yeah, g'day," and walked straight sort of past me.
No
Yeah,
way.
he came in.
No. I'm sorry, sir, but you have to get out of my house.
And he sat on the couch in my sort of front room.
He sat down?
He sat down because I think he wanted to try the shoes on. So
you're a shoe shop.
That's psychopathic behaviour.
Like he was I don't know, my dad or something, just walked in like he'd been in the house before, sat on the couch and started taking his shoes off. I was like, oh yeah, make yourself at home. Why not?
Because you've got your arse groove in that chair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't come getting your arse in my arse.
So this is the worst bit. So he's got the shoes off, and then he's put the boots on.
Yeah.
He chucks them on and goes, sorry, they're a bit tight. Yeah, I don't think I'll get them. So at that point, naturally, he should leave my house. So you've come to buy my shoes.
Yeah.
They didn't fit. Leave.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
It's not how it rolled out.
Yeah.
He was still sitting on my couch there and just started pointing at stuff around my house and asking questions.
Can I
have that? Can I have that?
Yeah. Nothing else is for sale. I've got a signed, definitely maybe record, which I framed on my wall. It's like my prized possession, which is when I interviewed Liam Gallagher. And he pointed, he was like, "Oh, Oasis, is it?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "How'd you get that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's just from a work thing." He's like, "Oh yeah, what do you do for work?"
Yeah.
I was like, "I'm really not here for this right now." I was like, I work in media. He's like, "Print media, is it?" Like, no, it's just radio thing. He's like, "Oh yeah, producer," and I was like, "No, on air." I interviewed him one time. He's like, "Oh right, okay, yeah. What's this one then?" And started just pointing at different. I'm like, and then he was looking at my record collection. I'm like, "I'm sorry, mate. I think you've got the wrong end of the stick here. You just came to buy my shoes. This isn't the Liam Stapleton home tour. In fact, that experience isn't in operation."
Oh,
That is awful.
what a horrible, horrible human being.
That is gross.
Didn't even buy the shoes. You know you got to leave when you don't buy the shoes.
I also would hate to be a fly on the wall because I know that you're too nice to hurry him along.
Literally,
you would have been his best friend.
Yeah, I feel like it's wrong to play the recording, but I can show you on my phone later because I've got a doorbell camera. And when you open the door was left open, so I got the whole thing, and the interaction went for 6.5 minutes, which is painfully long.
Wow.
I was like, yeah, there's a couch. Yeah.
I think you should definitely check this afternoon when you go back home that everything's still there. Because I'm sus.
The joint's been cased.
Selena Gomez, Nova 100. You are with Ben, Liam, and Belle. Belle, don't put the finger up at me. I know she talks at the end, but I talk over her.
No,
it's my
don't.
show.
That's the bit.
Our show, I should say. Sorry.
Never talk over Selena. Did you guys see her posting on Insta last night saying, "I don't want to be a meme"?
Yeah, and that's going to make the internet make you a meme more.
Maybe it's all a part of it.
If you say, "Don't make me a meme," you're going to be meme.
Yeah, maybe she's doing that thing where she's like, "Oh, stop it, do it. Don't make me a meme.
Don't hit me."
Stop.
Yeah.
Don't make us a meme, guys.
Guys,
don't listen to us.
Seriously, guys, Do not listen to our podcast. It'll make me so angry.
Yeah, if you guys listen to our podcast, I'll be
Guys,
super
don't follow
mad.
us on Instagram at Ben Levenbell. Bloody hell.
Stop ticking survey books that say you listen to the
Oh.
whole show
No,
for 3 hours.
Stop. You sound so desperate.
Oh, I'm finished with this. Stop trying to jack our ratings up and don't leave reviews on Apple Podcasts with 5 stars saying this
6
is
to
great.
9, I listen to Ben Levenbell.
Oh, seriously, guys, you better not tell your friends that they should listen to this show.
Don't email Lachlan Murdoch and say Ben Levenbell, the best thing that ever happened to Nova.
They should get a pay rise.
You need
That'll
to
make me so angry.
Stop. Are you done?
I think I'm
Yeah, I
done.
think we've got it all out
I
there.
wanted to
But
give you
seriously,
some-
guys, don't do that stuff. That'd be
the
really
worst.
annoying.
Yeah, no, don't email Lachlan Murdoch.
Well, they don't have his email, Bell.
I don't think
I don't have his email.
Yeah, no, that is true. All right, well, are we going to talk about Selena, or do you want to...
go on.
Yeah? Well, no, I was saying, she said don't make her a meme because of her reaction at the VMAs to Chris Brown being nominated.
Oh.
That's my point, but now you've gone on about all that stuff. So.
Hey, coming up, your chance to win $100,000. You
Bloody
just have to
hell.
listen out for Kylie Minogue.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcasts.com.au.